Hi everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series S, and in this video I'm going to do a very quick lightweight review of the Nieuport 17 biplane by Big Radials that you can get in the in-game store. So why would you want to buy this plane? What's it like? And what feeling does it give you when you're up in the air with this thing? Well, the Nieuport 17 is a World War I biplane, so obviously it's very underpowered. But it's very interesting because at the time of its release, this was probably the best fighter plane in World War I, and it was used extensively by the Allies, by the French and the British. And I'd never heard of it before, because you kind of hear of things like the Fokker triplane, don't you, or the Sopwith Camel. And at the moment, it's the only World War I biplane, I think, anyway, that you can buy for the Xbox Series S for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it was in the sale, so I thought I would get it, because one of the things I'm really interested in is the idea of using Microsoft Flight Simulator as like a historical sightseeing tool, where you can have these historic aeroplanes and you can fly over the places in the world where they were involved. Obviously this is in 2022, not in 1916 or in 1941 if you're in the Spitfire, but there's something there. There's a theme that I'm trying to explore. So when I do these reviews as well, what you have to remember is I'm not a flight simulator expert. I don't really care that much about whether all the buttons do the right thing or whether it's an exact replica. I don't go through all the pre-flight checks. Basically, I jump into the aeroplane, I whack up the throttle, and then I take off. And I like flying over interesting places. So the model looks really good. I think probably the modelling of the fella in the cockpit with his rather dandy scarf is a little bit cartoonish if you get a little bit too close. But you could say a lot of that about Flight Simulator. If you get too close, the immersion starts to drop a bit. From a distance, though, it looks really good. And what I like about these biplanes and these slower planes is they really allow you to appreciate the countryside and the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator, which obviously is our world as well. When you're in the Tomcat, when you're in the Super Hornet and you're hammering along, at 600 knots, or you're in a jetliner, you're at 30,000 feet. It's not the same. But when you're in a little biplane, maybe 1,000 feet up or less, and the plane's probably doing about 90 knots, if that, you can really get a sense of the land and the more seat of your pants flying. So it feels great. Obviously there's not much power here. You can do rolls. You could probably get it to do a loop if you dived quite hard and then pulled up. I don't think they're really like that. That's these sort of aeroplanes. And I would highly recommend, if you're into your World War I history or the historical planes that are available in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I would definitely jump on this, because the more times we buy these planes, the more companies are going to be incentivized to bring over the planes from the PC version of Flight Simulator and put them in the Xbox version as well. So the Nieuport 17, I've really enjoyed my time with it. Really looking forward to exploring probably like the battlefields of World War I from above in 2022 in Microsoft Flight Simulator then, to bring some of that side to the channel. And I don't know, what do you think? Put your questions and comments down below, and of course I'll see you again soon.